WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American over here in Germany, often reviewing rare and exotic whiskeys. I finally have a bottle of Jack Daniel's single barrel proof rye. This is not available in Europe yet. Over in America, 70, maybe $80 should be the manufacturer suggested retail price. The MSRP is 65. I paid 130 euros to get this bottle, and yet I'm happy. All right, by the time it makes it over to Germany, we have import tax, we have all the postage, we have all the different things here. By the time it reaches my hands, I'm off to paying about twice what you're paying in the States for some of these bottles here. 66.75% ABV, very, very nice. So my bottle here is, all the information is up here on that little strip around the neck. So we have here barrel number 2309615. We have a bottling date here of October 16th, 2023. And we have here our nice little warehouse, which is 1-09. And the master distiller is Chris Fletcher. Now, he did not distill this himself. He's only been there since 2022. But Chris is doing a very, very interesting, good job, I think, at Jack Daniel's. He's the 8th master distiller, arrived 2020. He was assistant master distiller for over 6 years. And Chris Fletcher is actually the grandson of the former master distiller, before that, Frank Bobo. All right, so there's a long history there. So we have the standard Jack Daniel rye mash bill. We have 70% rye, we have 18% corn, and we have 12% malted barley. Now, Brown-Forman make a Old Forester rye, and they also make a, my brain is going blank here. They have the Old Forester rye, Woodford rye. Jason, of course. Old Forester, the mash bill is 65% rye, 15% corn, 20% malted barley. And the Woodford is 53% rye, 37% corn, and 10% malted barley. And so here we have the only one that actually goes through the Lincoln County process, and the only one that does not have heat-cycled warehouses. Old Forester, heat-cycled, Woodford Reserve, heat-cycled, Jack Daniel's not. All three of these Brown-Forman products use different yeasts and have a different mash bill, and also have a different location where they're all stored in the warehouses. All right, so I have here the standard bottle, at least over here in Europe, of the Jack Daniel's single barrel rye with 45% ABV. So my bottle here, Chris Fletcher actually signed this one as well, was from the 24th of February 2022. So it's not that old, and costs about, I'm going to say 48 euros is what I'm going to be able to buy this for over here. All right, so 48, 130. So, yet we did over here about 2 years ago in Germany with the community an online blind tasting. It was called Mega Rye. We had 18 different bottles. We did 3 preliminary rounds of 6 each, and the winner and the second place went into the final. And guess which bottle won as the best rye available in Germany, under 50% and under a price tag of 65 euros. This. Hands down, this was the #1 bottle that you could buy, or you can buy in Germany for that price and with these specs. Now, this is above 60 euros, and this is definitely above 50% ABV, but my community at least, and I really, really enjoy the Jack Daniel's rye. So, if you look at the color, you're going to notice that this is a lot more darker than this. Now, basically, they're almost the same, except you take this and you add the same amount of water and you get this. This is just a watered down version of that. That's all the only difference is. If If I go over to Jack Daniels, they have the nice little saying here at the very, very top of their page here: rye whiskey as the barrel intended it, not as God intended it, not as the master distiller intended it, as the barrel intended it. All right, they call it, at least in Jack Daniels' website here, this annual special release single barrel proof rye celebrates the early craftsmanships of the Jack Daniel Distillery, honoring a time when American whiskey was often high in rye content and offered at barrel strength. Bottled in its purest form right from the barrel and uncut at full proof, it's packed with Jack's character with our signature smooth finish. Very interesting that the proof range will be between 62.5% and all the way up to 70%. There's been some hazmats out there of the Jack Daniel's single barrel rye. So let's smell, let's taste, let's review, and let's give a nice little evaluation here. Oh, this is so good. This is candied wood, which is not a thing. But imagine if you'd be able to candy a little bit of that wood flavor there. I get dark fruit. I get like a dark candied strawberry. I get a dark candied cherry. I even get a dark candied raspberry, all put together. A little bit of candied, every time candied, all right? Candied orange peel. And then you have vanilla, you have wood, and you have like a fudge dark chocolate moment with rye seeping out through the sides. This is one of the best whiskeys I've smelled in a very long time. Now, going over here, what really, really, really surprises me is there's so much more rye here, on the nose at least. The rye, diluting it, dilutes the barrel and somehow pushes the rye flavor moment a little bit in the forefront. I really, really like this. I really, really love this. Like I said, the price is not shocking. The availability is more the issue than anything else. I'm going to have to look and see if I can get another bottle of this. This is so amazing. I think I have one of my best American whiskeys of the year 2024 at the beginning of the year. This is so, so nice. Thank you very much to my friend Marcel, who organized this bottle for me. He bought a few bottles in the States and brought them over here, and then we were able to buy a bottle off of him. So that's a beautiful, beautiful service that you do to the German whiskey community here. Thank you. This was my control whiskey at the beginning. This that has a little bit of heat. This is 66.75% ABV. This drink's like something with 58%. And then as soon as the alcohol is just it's so nice. There's a little bit of alcohol and the alcohol dissipates, and then there's just flavor. And it just, from the very beginning to the very end, the flavor profile here is just, I'm going to use the word astonishing, amazing, absolute in my wheelhouse. There's a lot of sweetness without it being oversweet. There's a lot of wood in here without it being over oaked. There's a lot of the fruity, brown sugared, candied moment going on without too much. And the whole time, there's a little bit of that rye moment going on in there. Had you told me this is a high rye bourbon, I would have went, yeah, that's right, that's good, yeah. Had you told, I would taste it blind, and I was like, hey, this is a rye, higher, 70% rye, and it's cask strength. It's like, no, it's not. There's a lot more corn going on in here. No. There's a lot more barrel. 2022, this summer, I was in down here in Lynchburg, Tennessee. I visited the distillery. One of the better tours I've done in America, to be very honest. Now, I've visited, I'm going to say, over 50 distilleries in Germany, in Scotland, in Ireland, in America. I'm probably up to around 80 distilleries, to be honest, that I've visited here in total. It was one of the better tours. They did a fantastic job of showing us the production from the beginning to the end, and very knowledgeable people there, very, very passionate people there. very professionally. The word streamlined is not great, but we had enough time to talk to anyone about any question, and yet it was still it was no in any way or manner was it boring at any part. Well executed. Executed, yes. Um, Love the bottles, love the bottle design, love the information. I love the taste. This is going to be an A whiskey. I don't give A's very often. This is an A whiskey. If I can get this bottle in America for the recommended retail price of $65, I'm going to give it a B plus, B for value for money. I think this is one of the best whiskeys at that price point that you, if you can find it, that you can try. Are there better whiskeys out there at a higher price point? Maybe, but please, and that's my question of the day. What have you ever had that's $65 that even comes close to this? This blows Booker's out of the water. I've had some Elijah Craig barrel proofs that are very good. Okay, Elijah Craig barrel proof. I don't know if you can still get them for $65 anymore. 2024, $65. You're gonna pay $80 for this as well, $70 to $80. So let's say that this is fantastic. Oh, wow. So A for taste, B for value for money. I think that's great. Very nicely done. I put a little bit of water in there and it's just good, but it's so evident when you come back over here how the rye pops with the water and how it barrel proof here, the rye is almost like a secondary taste. It's almost on the third level. You have the candiedness, you have the oakiness, the wood without it being over oaked, and then you have the rye that comes in and is a supporting role. There's complexity. There's not many strong transitions, but there's depth here. And the aftertaste just rolls on and echoes, and it's just there for minutes. This is a wonderfully good bottle. Have I gushed and adored this product enough? My only sad point is I did a bottle share of this, and except for 5cl, it's gone. I need to go find a new bottle. I literally still have 3cls left, and that's it. That was a mistake. I should have kept it for myself. All right, Whiskey Jason here. What other value for money can you, in American whiskey, name that is anywhere in the price between $65 and $80, like the single barrel Jack Daniel's barrel proof release here, Tennessee rye whiskey. And the last question I have not asked yet is, what is your favorite Jack Daniel's product? So is it their single malt? Is it the triple mash? Is it their bottle and bond? Is it the single barrels? Is it the rye? Is it the, over here in Europe, we all are single barrels of the Jack Daniel's single barrel proof are 64.5%. I hope we get soon the rye as well. Are they going to be maybe also 64.5%? Who knows? But this is definitely now my favorite whiskey, and I can get it. What was? Don't you just love the unattainium? As soon as you find something great, it's like, sorry, we don't have enough of it. Take my money. We don't have enough. Take my money. We just don't have enough. And that's always sometimes our problem, and that's the thing. Wow, that's so nice. Oh, I have not tried this real quick. I really enjoy this. This is very good, but the rye pops out more. Here we have that candied fruits, the wood, and then the rye. Thank you very much for watching, liking, subscribing, telling others, and don't forget to comment. Bye-bye.